Good morning, folks. Good Monday morning. Good rainy hurricane weather Monday morning. I hope all of you have power this morning. I started seeing on social media yesterday several people posting power outages. So good Monday morning. I'm your host, BKP. Welcome to the show. It's called Good Morning from the Office, and we are North Georgia's only live online morning show. I'm your host, BKP, if I haven't told you already, the voice of rural America. You know, out there in Indiana, where Mike Pence got up and said, "To hell with this, I'm going home. Karen, get your bags. We're out of here." Anyhow, you can get in touch with us because we have a full week, and you're going to want to know how to contact this show, and that would be, I can't see it. I know everything on this screen over there because I keep leaving my glasses at home. I will explain why I can't remember my glasses to save my life. But it's Good Morning from the Office. You can contact us at chief@fetchernews.com. I think that's what it says at the bottom of the screen. 706-889-9700 also. And you can follow us on Twitter. Yes, at my age, I'm wanting you to follow me on Twitter. That's a weird statement right there. Anyhow, I want you to be one of our followers on Twitter at FetcherNews, at FYNTV. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, FYNTV, Fetch Your News, and that'll let you know every time we're live and on the air. I am wearing, yes, folks out there, I'm wearing my Pickens Dragons shirt today that Coach Chris Parker gave me. It's a coach's sideline shirt. If you look on the sideline, all the coaches have this shirt. I'm wearing my Pickens Dragons shirt today, and we do have the Pickens hat. If you can take that logo off there so I can show everybody the hat top of my desk. There you go. Thanks, Richie. This is our Pickens hat that will stay on it. Oh, it is green, so you might not be able to see. I didn't think about a green hat. Okay, so it disappears when I hold it in the air. Well, there you go. But anyhow, it's on there if you can't see it because it is green. We're remembering Sean Mask, 15-year-old that was killed Friday night, Pickens Dragon. And you know, when we do our shows throughout the week, folks, thank you, Richie. When we do our shows, that's a picture of Sean right there. When we do our shows throughout the week, our football shows at night, every one of these coaches go and practice 5 days a week to compete. They go and practice 5 days a week to win. They pump these young men up to do battle on the field on Friday nights under the lights. But when something like this happens, everyone in our football family and community comes together, and so I think you could understand why I'm supporting and honoring the Pickens Dragons, Sean Mask, this morning. Sean, 15 years old, was killed Friday night on a dirt bike that collided with a pickup truck. Crash happened outside of Sean's house on Thompson Lane. But Sean Mask is the second Pickens County football player to die this year. Jordan Simmons, 16 years old, passed away in a crash in March. Stay tuned for, at 8:30 every Monday morning, we do Monday Morning Quarterback. That's Monday Morning Quarterback at 8:30. RJ Casey, that has been on the sidelines there for Team FYN Sports for several years, for Fetcher News and Team FYN Sports. He's going to be with us at 8:30. He's going to be talking a little bit about bringing us up on some of the things that the Dragon fans and the Pickens County high school kids in the community is going through at this time. And all of us are mourning the loss of this 15-year-old football player this past Friday night. Okay, now that'll be at 8:30, so stay with us. So moving right along. Tanaka Blast. Put up my Tanaka. I told you to find me a picture of Tanaka. There he is, baby. Is that? I can't see across the room. Richie, you better not be playing games because I know you would pull a fast one on me on this one. I'm sorry. You might be a Braves fan over on the other side of the glass. You have to be careful with those guys. That's Tanaka Blast last night. 7 innings, 7 flawless innings. Well, pretty close. He was wicked, throwing the heat, wicked, in the dirt, chasing it. The Indians chased it all night long. I mean, they chased that Tanaka for 7. I'm sorry, folks. All right already. I know you don't like the Yankees. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so I brought out just for you the 1998 Championship World Series Yankee hat, just for you folks. So I thought I'd bring out the 1996 World Series Championship hat, just for you. Just for you. I just thought I'd bring out two. That's it. Not all of them, just two. Just two. You know, one more than another team? Just one more than another team. 2. All right, anyhow. Oh, I had a baseball here, too. I had a baseball. It's a baseball card. I watched every pitch last night. But now I tell you what, who is Ramirez? Is that his name, Ramirez, on the Boston Red Sox? Is that his name? What's his name? He went 4 for 4. I mean, I don't like the Red Sox. Sorry, folks. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them with ham, Sam, I am. No matter which way you slice a Red Sox, I don't like nothing about them. I'm just sorry. You keep your Boston beans right there where you're at. I don't need to watch the Red Sox, but I will say this. They did play Houston well yesterday. That's a 2-1 series, right? That's a 2-1 series. But this guy, I think his name's Ramirez. He went 4 for 4. I watched that game yesterday. But the Yankee game, I watched right every pitch. Cleveland had me nervous there at the top of the ninth. Had me nervous. So I'm up late, up early this morning, so it may be that kind of day, folks. Maybe that kind of day. Now, at 8:30, we're going to have, don't forget, we're going to have at 8:30 this morning, Monday Morning Quarterback. Now, I do not remember my glasses, because here's what's happening, folks. For those of you who care, and I know there's several that could care less, and there's several that say, why the hell do we have to hear this? And there's several that say, I don't give a damn. And shut up about it. I mean, I know everything you're saying out there. But some of you will not shut up about until I get a haircut. So I got a haircut scheduled for Wednesday. So what's happening here is I put the glasses on, and then I can't comb my hair because it gets in the way. So I lay the glasses down and forget them at home. Now there's all kinds of information you didn't even need, but that's why I can't see where I'm going. But I tell you what I can see. I can see what's going on in the Blue Ridge City Council and Mayor's election. Holy mackerel, Batman. Holy mackerel. I mean, that thing's getting wild. Social media, barking and a biting, and, you know, it could come down to a spelling bee. That Blue Ridge City Council and Mayor's election, I mean, it's enough to make you smoke, drink, and gamble. I mean, woo, smoking, drinking, and gambling. I mean, that's what it's coming to, right? Whoa. All right, so somebody, we'll get into this at 9 o'clock. Stay with me. Somebody put up a campaign sign and something was spelled wrong. That makes me a nervous wreck. I mean, absolutely. I'm telling you. Hey, BKP, I've done a lot of things, but when a spelling bee is not one of them. Straight up. I just have to be straight up on that. Okay? Straight up. A lot of things, but a spelling bee's not one, right? I mean, you know, you got 100 kids and there's a spelling bee, right? You're 9 years old and you're standing there, and the next thing you know, you got 98 and there's 2 kids sitting. One of them's me. Anyhow, pay attention, Rose. I can tell now you're not paying attention. I've got good material and you better be blasting it out. Glad to have Rose here this morning. She's happy to be here too. They always love Mondays with me. I always make sure the place around here gets started just off to a great, energetic Monday morning that they just can't say no to how great the week will be. All right. Internet conspiracy theories around the Vegas shooter Stephen Paddock. What do you think? You think this guy climbed? Now, Steve Wynn. Did you see the interview with Steve Wynn on Fox yesterday? Let me stay with this just a brief second, okay? There's a couple things. Steve Wynn, you needed to watch that Chris Wallace video yesterday with Steve Wynn. I don't know if I can see across the room or not. Maybe one of these other pair of glasses will help me see across the room. Yeah, that's Steve Wynn. No, there he is. He's Steve Wynn, Wynn Hotels and blah, 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 casinos, all right? So this guy tells Chris Wallace, he says, we have been guarding the door for 2 years. So what's the name of that Mandalay Hotel? Mandalay Hotel? Yeah, Mandalay Bay, right? So Mandalay Bay, here's what I want to know. I just want to lay this out here because I don't have time to do the research. I want you to do the research. You do the research, you tell me. Okay? But you take all the hotel owners out there, all right? Do you not think all the hotel CEOs or the managers, the big guys that are running the show, do you not think they have security meetings like they get together once a month and they go through new security things? What happened in your hotel? Anybody strange coming in on the surveillance? First of all, let's be clear, folks. These hotels have like surveillance every friggin' place. I mean, there is an eye in the sky everywhere, okay? I mean, they probably were able to see this guy pack his bags, getting them out of the cab. They probably saw the cabbie say, what the hell you got in these bags, bricks? I'm just telling you. Think this one out, okay? Because this is one that, you know, would I hate to think the government would lie to me? Oh, there's a new one, right? They would not lie. Wouldn't lie. Corker would lie. Bob Corker from Tennessee. He may lie, but the government? Hell no. Anyhow, so this guy's getting out of here the bags. He's got, 40 weapons, and he's got bump stocks, and oh my God, he's got everything, and he's got these magazine ribbons of, I don't even know all the things this guy's got, and he gets them in there, and he's trucking them up the elevator. He says it's a bellhop, and they still call it the bellhop? I don't know. Okay, the bellhop. He says, hey, no, I got it, man. Just give me one of them little carts. I'll load my own, right? Don't touch my car. So there's no bells and whistles here. Nothing goes off. The guy pulls the little thing over. You put your baggage on, roll it into the elevator, right? You usually pull up to these places, a high roller like this guy. This guy's a high roller. And a high roller like this guy, right? You usually pull up to those places in the limo or wherever. They sent you for a limo. They count you a limo. They brought you to the first door. They open it. They say, Mr. Paddock, pay attention to this guy. This guy was in Wynn's. Wynn said everybody knew this guy. Like the people that, the people that know BDO, that damn commercial, you wonder who the hell's BDO and why don't I know about it, right? So the people who know BDO, right? What the hell? So Wynn says the people that know in Vegas knew this guy. He owed no debts. This is what Wynn said. I don't know. Ask Wynn. He says, hey, the guy didn't owe no debts. He was paid up. It wasn't like you're looking at the hotels and saying, hey, don't let this guy in the door. All right, he was well known in the circle of gamblers. So this guy is comped. Maybe the limo pulls up, the little gold carousel comes out. Guy in a little, cap hat, and a little suit says, "Yes, sir. Welcome to Mandalay Bay, Mr. Paddock. Glad to see you back. Can I get your bags?" See, in the past, did Paddock ever let them carry his bags? I don't know. Maybe he didn't. But traveling a little heavy this time, Mr. Paddock, are you not? Usually it's just one little carry bag with deodorant so you don't stink while you're playing video poker. I swear to God, think this whole thing out, folks. Think it out. So, Mr. Paddock, traveling a little heavy this time, are you not? Yeah, okay. And there's a van in the back that, the airport shuttle is carrying your extra bag so you... What the hell? I'm serious. What was the guy going out every day and bring one piece at a time like Johnny Cash in the Cadillac? He was stealing it every day, taking it upstairs so he could build this arsenal? So think this out, folks. I'm just asking you to think this out because hell if I know. So the guy carries all this stuff upstairs. No, don't touch my bags. Okay, Mr. Paddock, a little edgy this time. A little edgy on this trip. Okay, Mr. Paddock, whatever. So he gets the carousel, he's loading all this stuff. He got it stacked up this high. I'll be back with the rest. Leave it on the curb. Don't touch it. When people say, did anybody leave an unattended bag? Don't touch my damn bags. Okay, Mr. Paddock, you got it. Rolls it in the elevator, goes up. Boom. You got my room? Yeah, okay. Don't come and change your damn sheets. I don't want a towel. I don't want soap. I don't want a damn thing for 3 days. I got deodorant. I'm going to sit here and play poker for 3 damn days. Don't go in my room. Yeah, Mr. Paddock, whatever you say. Because Steve Wynn says, hey, you got a 72-hour do not disturb? He said, we go by a door and we see do not disturb. We don't get concerned. But 24 hours, 48, 72, that is cause, Steve Wynn said this, that is cause of maybe we need to look inside, okay? So Paddock totes all this stuff upstairs. Do not disturb. Stays 3 days there. Steve Wynn says, we have been guarding the doors for 2 years. That's what he said. He said, we have been guarding the door for 2 years. That came from that man's mouth. So you think for terrorist attacks that his hotel and Mandalay Bay was not in the loop, that they did not have high-level security meetings like every month to discuss anybody interested coming through? Do you not think that if you walk into Steve Wynn's hotel and you look a little suspicious, a little suspicious, hell, everybody's watched Ocean 11, right? So you look a little suspicious when you walk into the hotel, right? Or everybody's watched Casino, oh, my favorite movie, oh my God, hey, right? Die in the skies, they count the cards, they count everything, they break your fingers if you mess up. I just said that, I should have went there, okay? They don't do that anymore. They no more pliers on the knuckles. That doesn't happen like the old days. That's only in the movies, folks. Anyhow, so you think that they see something, they don't report it to the other one. They're a group, they're a circle of security people. And the only reason I'm bringing all this up is there's a lot of questions on the internet. I understand the room was full of cameras. Why is Steve Paddock's brother in Vegas now? Why is he in Vegas? Did he say too much in some of his interviews? Why is he in Vegas helping the FBI? Why? I'm just saying, folks, this thing is not as simple as here is mental health. Oh my God, I had to hear, I'm watching all the whack shows yesterday, okay? And undiagnosed mental illness. What the hell? I mean, they're telling me this morning. Here's what the hell one of those whack jobs on MSNBC said to me this morning. He said, well, I was watching, so he said it to me, damn it. So he says to me this morning, well, if Donald Trump was on a captain or the chief or whatever the hell it is on a submarine, they would be taking him off in a straitjacket. Whoa, I was set, right? So, undiagnosed mental illness, holy mackerel. That's what we want the government to do. We want the government to line us up. I just had to pause for a minute because I was wondering how far I would get in this diagnosis. Yeah, we want the government to line us up one by one and go through and do a diagnosis of our mental health before you can have a gun. Folks, don't forget, the founding fathers in the Federal Papers, let's see if I can say this, put in the Second Amendment for us to defend ourselves against tyranny. Not shoot a damn deer for venison and have anybody say, oh, it tastes like beef. That's not the reason. Period. You know the guy, I shot venison. All right, venison. I shot a deer. Or ran one over, whatever weapon. The deer is dead. You hit him with a car, you shoot him, boom, they're dead. So the guy says, oh, I got a deer. It tastes like beef. I guarantee when I think, you know what? Oh, I understand. I love deer meat, venison. That's not the point. The point is, the founding fathers put the Second Amendment in place, folks. Second Amendment was put in place to protect us against tyranny, a government. Not to shoot the deer, not to get a turkey in turkey season, not so we can wear orange hats like Elmer Damn Fudd and say we're hunting a screwy rabbit. Tyranny, folks, the truth. So don't let them touch your guns, and don't forget, the end result of this government, the end result of a Nancy Pelosi, an end result of a Diane 80-year-old Feinstein, okay, the dinosaur Feinstein, the end friggin' result is to take every last gun. I don't care how extreme that sounds, period, okay? So Steve Paddock, I'm asking you, ask your questions. What really happened in that room? What really took place? That's all I'm saying. I didn't intend to do that. Hell, wow. Where did that come from? That must have been the calm before the storm. I mean, really? The calm before the storm. A long night of gambling. Can we crack this impasse of guns? I mean, yesterday. You know, the other day, here's what really was interesting. I thought it was really funny. I think it's funny because have you noticed the media wackos as they discuss Vegas, they soften the tone of their voice. Like yesterday, anybody watch ABC with Martha Raddatz? And she really talked like this. The second, in a soft voice, we have these discussions. Is it time to have discussions? Why can't we discuss gun control? I mean, it just cracks me up the way the voice goes down. All right, you know, they talk about the White House, and they come out Corker. Now, Corker is a multi-million-dollar Senate swamp-sucking leech loser from Tennessee. He sucked you dry for multi-millions of dollars when everybody else's commercial real estate was collapsing. He sucked hundreds of millions of dollars. This guy is the lowest level of establishment scum you can find in any pond, okay? I'm telling you, this is the lowest form. This guy has a lot of nerve to come out and say the President of the United States, the West Wing is like an adult daycare. All they keep talking about, okay, General Kelly is leaving. Mick Mulvaney said yesterday, first I've heard of that. The only place I hear, he told Chuck Todd, Mick Mulvaney, the only place I hear this discussion is right here with you on MSNBC, NBC. I never see Mick Mulvaney. There's a lot of liars around Trump, and I'm being facetious. There's a lot. Either Tillerson's a liar, they're all liars, okay, or maybe it is a takedown of the president on every single level, okay? I never see the chaos that you report, Mick Mulvaney said yesterday, the secretary of something. What the hell is he the secretary of? He's just secretary, okay? But Mick Mulvaney said to Chuck Todd, I never see the chaos you report. Budgets. Okay. Chain migration. There's a couple things they won't tell you, folks. It's 8:22. Don't forget, we're going to have Monday morning quarterbacking at 9 o'clock. Why is Jane Whaley? What the hell, boy? I mean, I'm all over the place. Why is Jane Whaley appealing Barbie Gerald's election supervisor decision to disqualify her? Where do the other candidates live? Who has a house on Lake Blue Ridge that other than being downtown to pack some fudge lives in that house? Who? I don't know, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, was that wrong? I mean, all of a sudden people are paying attention. Who has a house? I mean, who lives in the paint shop? I mean, maybe you're painting a car, right? Maybe you're painting a car and the fumes get to you and you got to lay down, take a nap. Next thing you know, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. You get up, you paint some more, you stay. I don't know. Maybe you brush your teeth there. I don't know. You know, wash your face and hands. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on with Jane Whaley. This is going to be one of those 9 o'clock episodes that you don't want to miss. And this is going to be one of those times I don't know if we're going to walk away with anybody liking me. Hell, I don't know if anybody likes me this Monday morning. But you know, people get me confused with somebody that cares sometimes. But anyhow, let's move along. Okay, 9 o'clock. What's really going on with this Jane Whaley and her apartment in Sycamore Crossing? I'm going to shed some light on some things that have not been said. I'm going to shed some light on this election. You know the little short clip that I sent you, not the 4-minute clip, the little short one that's only like 18 seconds on YouTube? Richie, you know the one I'm talking about? right? Don't tell me what it is, but you know what I'm talking about? Okay, so this weekend, this is how petty this election's getting. This weekend, Angelina Powell put up a campaign sign. And we'll show you the sign later. But I'm going to show you this video for a little clue. This is we're having fun here, folks. Get over it. They got their legal pad. I'm giving you plenty of time to get your legal pad out, take the notes, call your attorney. Angelina could call, maybe she could call Stookie. I don't know. Maybe Stookie goes, hey, don't tell me. You went and posted something and I got the screenshot. Stookie told you to drain the swamp. So, I don't know. Russell Stookie. Hey, do I know? I don't know if he's your attorney or not. Don't know. But they all got their legal pads out. So anyhow, this is a little humor. And we'll see if you pick up, because I'm going to show you the other side at 9 o'clock, okay? This is Angelina Powell. This is my little humor, Angelina. You can get over it, okay? Play that for me. All right, load that back up. Okay. As soon as he loads that back up, we're going to play this little piece. We're going to go to break here in just a second. We're going to close with this right here. Don't forget, Bob Corker. We got some stuff on Corker we're going to do at 9 o'clock. We've got the immigration bill where they don't want chain migration, the green card. It's freaking them out. Trump says, you want DACA? You want the DREAM Act? Here's what you're going to give me and the American people if you even think you're going to get DACA. Oh, their heads are spinning off. Mike Pence says, I'm out of here. Karen, get your bags. We ready? All right, here it is.
I want to buy a vowel. You can't buy a vowel, Stu. I want to buy a vowel. Stu, you can't buy a vowel.
You can't buy a vowel. You can't buy a vowel. We're going to talk about that at 9 o'clock. A little humor here, because this Blue Ridge City Council, this Blue Ridge City Council thing is getting wide open, but I'm going to talk about Jane Whaley at 9 in her apartment. And I'm going to give you some places to go look up some Bob Corker, as the media is telling you what a great guy he is, what an awesome senator, chair of the Foreign Relations Committee. Trump is heading us into World War III. You should know a little more about the bottom pond scum that Bob Corker from Tennessee really is. They went to the Senate and he came home a multi-million. He went to the Senate a millionaire, but it's a big time now. He made out very well with his commercial real estate. Maybe you didn't. It's time for Monday Morning Quarterback. We'll take a break. Hold on, don't go yet. Don't go. I just feel it. I feel it because I say go. Let me see if there's anything on here that I have not gotten to that I want to get to. So relax. Okay, hold tight. Tax reform, Obamacare. Oh, Harvey Weinstein outrage. We'll get to the Weinstein outrage, okay? Weinstein says, you want an Oscar? Just saying. You want an Oscar? And the Hollywood left said nothing until MSNBC. Yesterday, they started the outrage, and it was intentional. The outrage came from the left yesterday because now, why is Hollywood not outraged, and why are the Republicans not outraged over Trump? What is the difference? Oh, my God, what a political stunt. All right, the man's not fit for office. Weinstein, let me see, Colker, we're going to talk about that. Take him off a submarine, put him in a straitjacket if Trump was running the place. Calm before. Oh, the wine country is on fire. Northern California, the wine country is on fire. Now, they are. Did you see this? Did you see this, Northern California? The wine country's on fire? Here's what I want to know. I want to know what a bottle of red and a bottle of white will be priced at this afternoon. I mean, it's almost like a hurricane in gas prices. I wonder if rich white people are calling, Lovey, you need to get down to the package store. Angelina, that's where they sell alcohol. Liquor, by the way, liquor. You need to get down to the package store, Lovey, and get us a couple extra bottles of red and white for our friends in the wine tasting, because the prices are going to go through the roof. Have you seen what's going on in Napa Valley? I know, it just upset a lot of people. But then again, the first 30 minutes, who didn't I upset? Monday morning quarterback, right after this. Take us to break.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Days Chevrolet in Jasper is dropping the hammer. Over $11,000 off MSRP on new Silverados. Just look what we've done to the price on this new LT Crew Cab. Save over $11,000 and pay just $32,500. And Days Chevy is dropping the hammer in a big way on all new Chevy Malibus. Save over $6,500 and pay just $17,900. The savings are real and they're big at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. All I do is win.
Hi, I'm Casey McGraw, the General Manager of Schottenkirk Ford. We're going to start doing something here at Schottenkirk that we're really excited about. You may have already noticed our Facebook page, the new edition of the 360-degree videos. This allows the user to control the video in virtual reality and see it from any angle you choose, simply by moving your device or scrolling with your finger or your mouse. At Schottenkirk, we've decided to take this groundbreaking technology and apply it to the car shopping experience. Now, if you're interested in a new truck, a family car, or a brand new convertible Mustang, you can simply log on to our Facebook page or our YouTube page and see it for yourself in full HD 360-degree detail. Or contact one of our sales associates who will send you the link directly. If you like what you see and want to take it for a test drive, simply stop on by and take it for a spin. At Schottenkirk Ford, we're committed to not only keep up with new market technology, but we strive to be innovators, while always keeping your comfort and convenience as our #1 priority. So follow us on Facebook, check out our new 360 VR videos, and let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Hi, I'm Casey McGraw.
Okay, and we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. It's now time for Monday Morning Quarterback. Every Monday morning around 8:30, we spend about 25 minutes talking about high school football, just doing some recap from Friday night. Love to do that here. And again, RJ, you're at home. I got RJ Casey. RJ is Team FYN Sports sideline reporter for the Pickens Dragons. Are you there, RJ? Okay, we're glad you could get up this morning for us, RJ. Okay,
I'm making a special point to get up for you, Brian.
Okay, well, no, it's the fans. But see, here's what I wanted to make sure you got up for, RJ. And you can't see this at home, but I have 2 Yankee hats on the desk, and I know it's really going to bother you. I probably shouldn't have told you that. And
I'm watching.
Did you watch Tanaka Blast last night? Did you watch that 7 innings, RJ?
No, I'm not watching that.
Oh, whoa, why?
I'm pulling for the Astros, but
why? I know why you're pulling for the Astros. I know right now because Brian McCann's on the team, right?
no, because of the part.
Did you watch the Redskins? Did you watch the Red Sox Astros game yesterday afternoon?
I saw a little bit of it. I was flipping through a bunch of stuff and all that. Yeah, Red Sox got their run, but Houston went, and then Cleveland will finish off the Yankees, and it'll be Cleveland and Houston in the ALCS.
Cleveland and Houston, is that what you think? I will tell you this: I will go with Houston over the Red Sox any day. Got Jason Banks. Jason Banks is director of Team FYN Sports. You with us, Jason?
I'm here.
I'm doing great. I'm calling it Tanaka Blast Monday. I watched that last pitch all the way to the 9th inning, 11:30 last night. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to do it. But what's Monday Morning Quarterback, so let's talk about that. We're talking this morning, RJ. You're on the sidelines of Pickens Dragons. You know, just put the background. You graduated there. You live there. And you know all these kids that come through the program, and you know a lot about them. The Pickens Dragons are really mourning the loss of not just one, but 2 players this year. First, Sean Mask, 15 years old, was killed Friday night on a dirt bike collision with a pickup truck. Tell us a little bit about Sean and what you might know about him and how the community is affected by this tragedy.
I know Sean. He came out, played football. I'm not sure if he played his freshman year as well. I know he was big into baseball, and he was big. He played travel baseball, and I remember covering the JV game last year in baseball, and he came in and pitched, and he did pretty good. And it seemed like baseball was his first love, and football was just. I don't want to say like a hobby, but his second love. And from what I've read and what I've seen, he was friendly to everybody. Everybody got along with him, and it's a big loss for here in the community, especially so close to the first one that happened back in March.
Well, let me stay on this just for a minute. I pulled up this morning an article you wrote, this is by RJ Casey, JV Dragons fall in a tough game to Creekview, that you wrote actually this past March. You wrote this, and you've got down where Sean Mask, he pitched 2 innings, struck out 4 in 2 innings, and threw 27 pitches. And I do know the Dragons football team is mourning a loss this week of Sean, but he was a multi-sport athlete, quality kid. It's just really a sad situation of what happened. Tell us a little bit about Jordan Simmons. He was 16. He passed away in a crash in March. Did you know Jordan very well, or do you know much about Jordan?
I never got to meet him personally. I know, I believe he was playing JV, all that stuff. He was defensive line, defensive end, a big kid. It looked like from the pictures and stuff, it looked like they had some plans for him. He was going to be in the mix in the future. But yeah, it's just sad. It's so close together. Jordan in March and Sean last Friday. kids are pretty broken up about it. The community is pretty broken up about it. But in times like these is when small town communities like this come together and help each other out.
Let me ask you one more thing about Sean. This happened Friday evening. Did this happen during game time? Did the team find out on the sideline as the game was going on about Sean being killed?
The time of the accident and all that, I do not know. When we found out, or I think Coach Parker was the first to know in the second half, and then after the ball game, he informed the team and everybody the situation, and of course, you could guess what everybody's reaction was.
So Parker, head coach for the Pickens Dragons, Chris Parker, addressed the team after the game when they all huddled up. He addressed the team and told them what had taken place.
Yeah, he told them what all had happened, and Mr. Wallace, the principal, was there as well. He said a few words, and Kyle Rasco, the team's athletic trainer, said a prayer for everybody, and they just stood on the field for longer than what they normally would, and just everybody was huddled around each other, giving each other hugs, and just trying to lift the kids up, and especially the ones that knew him best.
Well, RJ, thank you for that report. We appreciate you being there and giving us that report. You were over on the sideline, Southeast Whitfield. Pickens got a win. They're 2-0 in Quad A Region 6. They're 2-0, right? Gilmer and Southeast Whitfield. Tell us a little bit about that game Friday night. And is Southeast Whitfield a good team, RJ?
Yeah, they're a good team. They're a really good team. I think they got deflated a little bit the previous week playing Heritage. They were coming in with a lot of momentum, and Heritage just stopped that, but they were back home. And we always have, I say we, but Pickens always has a certain issue playing Southeast, at Southeast, since the two teams have come together to start playing. And it was important to get off to a fast start. Southeast got the ball first. They drove all the way down, and CJ Stryker picked it off in the end zone to give the Dragons the ball. Dragons went down, and I guess this past week on the show, Javon Hawkins, he scored first to make it 7-0, and then Southeast got the ball back. It was on their 30-yard line. Their coach decided to go for it. It was 4th and 1, maybe less than 1. Decided to go for it on their own 30-yard line. And the Dragons defense held and gave the offense a short field to work with. And then Robert Davis capped it off with a 9-yard run. And after one, it was 14-0. Javon Hawkins got into the end zone for a second time as the second quarter started, and Southeast got their offense going. That one wide receiver that they have, the number 7, Oscar Gonzalez, one of the top wide receivers in 4A, he grabbed a 25-yard pass for a touchdown to make it 21-7, and then they got another touchdown after a 17-yard pass, cut it to a one-score game. But the Dragons were able to get a few breaks on their final drive of the first half, and Stryker got through a hole and made it 28-14 going in the half. Dragons get the ball to start the second half, and they drive down, and Brumby found Alex Snellgrove, sophomore, in the end zone, wide open for a 20-yard touchdown pass. Made it 35-14.
You know, well, before you go any further, RJ, let me ask you. That's some great reporting, but let me ask you right now. You just talked about two sophomores Alex, what's Alex's last name?
Snellgrove.
Now, is he number 9?
Yeah, he's number 9.
Right, Alex is number 9. And you just talked about C.J. Stryker a couple times, and he is a sophomore also, right?
Yes, sir.
So now Stryker is he's turning into a big play kind of player. He's making some big plays. And something else I think we're going to see as the level of competition, the Dragons meet a higher level of competition, that brings Stryker's level of play up. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it does. He's always there when they need something. If it's on offense, if it's on defense, and he's always there, ready to make a big play.
Well, you got a sophomore. You're driving down the field, and you're going to strike at home and get in the end zone, and you're going to put your team in position to play this game. And a guy like Stryker just pulls it out of the air on you on the end zone and deflates your drive immediately and can turn the game around just like that. Big play. What was the end score of that one, RJ?
The final score?
Yeah, what was the final score of that one?
Final score ended up being 49-21 Pickens.
49-21 Pickens. Who does Pickens have Friday night?
They've got Northwest Whitfield at home.
What's your take on that one? Because I tell you what, I'm not knocking Pickens, but I have to tell you right now, Ridgeland, Heritage, and then it gets into Northwest Whitfield and Pickens. I think this Friday night will kindly settle who's in that third spot. I know Pickens hasn't played Heritage or Ridgeland, but that's going to be a tough one Friday night to kindly keep moving Pickens up what I call the respectable rank in that region. What do you say?
Yeah, it's always tough with Northwest Whitfield as well. They always play us tough. They got that running back. I believe he's a junior this year. He's a load to bring down. It'll probably take 2, 3, 4 guys to bring him down at once. But I think Northwest Whitfield is coming in pretty banged up, especially at their quarterback position. So we'll see how that plays out. But it'll obviously be a tough game regardless.
Yes, it will. It'll be at home Friday night, folks, 7:30, and RJ will be on the sideline tweeting out what happens. Give me just a minute, RJ. Let me get Jason in here. Jason, are you with us?
I'm with you.
Let's switch to 3A Region 7. Dawson went up to Union, and for a couple minutes there, and I have to say it like that, Jason, I was with you Friday night. For a couple minutes in that first quarter, it looked like Pickens was going to play. This was going to be a football game worthy of watching, and that thing turned around, did it not?
Yeah, Union started real strong. They looked real good warming up, too. I was pretty impressed with how they were catching the football in warm-ups. And, it packed the stadium out, and they came to play. I mean, I think you would agree with me, though, that as the game went on, it looked like maybe the line started to get tired.
Well, there's a weak side, and I think that there's a weak side on that Union, and you just got to call it. And I think, Jason, if I remember right, that one side of Dawson's offensive line, that number 58, I think, and 78 or 54 and 78, those are some big boys, man. And when those boys are pushing on you, you know what I mean. You agree?
I got to agree. I mean, it was very noticeable, from the sidelines, the size difference. And and I also felt like, I said it from the sidelines too, but Union, they put a whole lot on Cole Wright. Like how many, I don't have the stats yet, but I'm curious how many rushing yards he had, because it seemed like every play he got flushed out of the pocket and he was having to run down the field, run toward the sidelines.
Well, and he's not 100%, because I will say this, and I'm gonna say this. We're gonna be up there tonight with Coach Allison, folks. You can tune in FYN TV. Are you gonna tune in tonight to watch Pickens Not Pickens. I got my Pickens shirt on. Thinking about the Dragons this morning on my heart. You can watch the Panthers playback with Coach Allison and the players tonight. We're going to be asking him. But Jason, I think actually it's 3 games, including the GAC game, Greater Atlanta Christian. I think Union is still seeing the paying for the results of their team being banged up from Greater Atlanta Christian. Cole Wright's foot's wrapped up Friday night. You can see that right foot was wrapped up. When he came out of the huddle, he walked soft on that. Do you know what I'm saying? Did you watch that too?
Yep. And it seemed like once he got moving, he could handle the pain, but you could tell after those plays, especially as it got late in the third and early in the fourth, and he'd been out there running around on it and getting banged up even more and more. I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah, I think Union now Fannin was off Friday night, and I think the GAC game against Fannin didn't see quite the injuries. Maybe they got, obviously they went home with some, they had to hand out the ibuprofen and get the ice out, and they went home bruised up a little bit, but they didn't seem like to take the injuries quite like Union did from GAC, and then Fannin had the off week, Friday night. So Fannin comes back fresh next week, after a couple tough losses. But Union walked right out of GAC into just 2 more tough games right in a row.
Absolutely, tough schedule.
When you got was it East Hall?
Yeah.
When you got GAC, East Hall, and Dawson, which to me, do you think those are the top 3 teams in that Region 7A, 3A, Region 7? Do you think that's the top 3 contenders?
Yeah, I think it'd be tough to argue with that. I mean, now, granted, GAC manhandled East Hall this week, 59-0. They were up 38-0 at the half, and their running back, Kyler McMichael, had 7 carries for 167 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he probably didn't even touch the ball in the second half. So, but we expected that. I mean, GAC's way up at the top, and then there's a gap, and then somewhere there is East Hall or Dawson, I would say. But I hate to say it, but after watching Dawson Union and seeing the things that were working well for Union early in that game and the things that seemed to break down as the game went on, I think the Fannin-Dawson game this week is going to be a really good one.
Fannin-Dawson?
Yes.
What did you think What did you think about that Dawson team? Now, you watched GAC play. You watched them play Fannin. Can Dawson play GAC?
No. No way. No.
Well,
not gonna happen.
We still have 3 minutes to burn, man. I mean,
and I got other stuff we can talk about. That's fine. Hey, let's talking back about Dawson too. And that Union was able to score. They lost that game 52-21. They scored early, and then they got in the end zone there in the fourth quarter again. But right now, according to Max Preps, Dawson's quarterback, Coey Watson, that senior that we saw, he had a knee brace on, but he was rolling out all over the place. Probably a little short to throw the ball from the pocket anyway.
Yeah, Doug Flutie. He got Doug Flutie problems.
Doug Flutie, yes. Yeah. He's even got the hair.
Yeah.
He's leading the region in passing yards right now, 952 passing yards. And then Dawson's also got the leading tackler in the region with Nate Umberger. So 64 tackles so far in region play. I would say the reason those two are probably leading on that stat-wise, though, again, is GAC, they like to run the football, and they probably play everybody every game. So
I have said this, and it sounds disrespectful to some of the teams in the region, Jason, but I don't think we have actually been able to see how good GAC really is, because they're not playing, they're not up against a talent level that requires really intense blocking all night long to see how deep they can go with their strength conditioning. They're not up against teams that they have to open the hole for the running back. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, not being disrespectful to the teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, I'd like to see them play someone like Ridgeland or Locust Grove and see how that went. But or even one of those middle Georgia schools like Warner Robins High or Houston County.
Well, obviously everybody wonders how they got picked up and dropped in the center of a North Georgia mountain football region like 7A here. But I want to give a shout out to Nate Umberger. I don't know, I want to embarrass him a little bit. Linda Umberger, I was able to go over and say hello to my good friend Linda Umberger. And if you're out there watching and you follow politics out there in Georgia, almost everybody on the Republican side knows Linda Umberger over in Dawson County. So Nate Umberger, that's not a coincidence. That's Linda's son. A good shout out to Linda, and I was able to say hello to her Friday night. Jason, who does Union have Friday night? But what was the end score? What was the final score of that one? Dawson Union.
52-21.
Go ahead. Who does Union have Friday night?
Union has North Hall on Friday, and North Hall, they beat Lumpkin pretty bad this week. Lumpkin obviously at the bottom of the region right now. They beat them 55-14, and I think Union North Hall will be a good game. We've got to see both of those teams play now. I think it's going to be a really good game.
I've watched North Hall push a defense. I mean, I got RJ. RJ, you on there?
Yes, sir.
You remember North Hall pushed Pickens' defense all the way to the end of the game, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
So I watched RJ and I watched on the sideline North Hall push Pickens to the 4-yard line with 10 seconds to play in the game. So, I mean, that's going to be a good one, Union and North Hall. So they got the kids on that front line that can push and get that running game moving.
Yeah, they run the ball well.
Who does Fannin have Friday night? Do you have Dawson? Are they at home or are they traveling over to Dawson?
Traveling to Dawson.
Go ahead, sir.
They do not do that great on the road statistically, especially as far as offense goes. But like I said, I think this is going to be a good game.
Anything else in that region or in the 3A area that you'd like to give a shout out before we close, Jason?
No, I think that's it. We're ready to see some more football this week, and we'll go from there.
Okay, thank you very much. That's Jason Banks. He is the Team FYN Sports Director. On the sidelines, Jason and I went up and watched Union, enjoyed that game. RJ, anything in the 4A? Any players in 4A or Quad A Region 6 that you'd like to give a shout out before we close?
Just going to stay at home for a little bit. Zach Goss, wide receiver, junior wide receiver for Pickens, one of the top wide receivers in 4A. He's got 11 touchdowns on the season. Tops in 4A. He's probably got over 600 yards now receiving. And there's some big games. There's a big game besides Pickens in Northwest Whitfield on Friday. Heritage is playing Ridgeland. And that's going to determine who will be number one in the region after Friday night.
Folks, it's region football, and it is Friday nights, every Friday night, 7:30 is kickoff. You want to follow Team FYN Sports, find our Facebook page, Team FYN Sports. Also follow us on Twitter at Team FYN Sports. We are giving you highlights all through the game, tweeting out scores, and every Monday morning at 8:30, it's Monday Morning Quarterback, and I want to thank these two great guys for some great reporting. Gilmer was off Friday night, and so was the Fannin Rebels. They were off, but we were up at Union watching Dawson, and so was the Murphy Bulldogs. So a lot of people were off Friday night, but we're back on the field. RJ is correct that That Ridgeland Heritage game, folks, for 4A Region 6. Whoa, that's going to be a good football game. And Pickens and Northwest Whitfield, there's another one stacking up. Fannon's going over to Dawson. That could be a very good game. And also, Jason, Fannon's going to get to see some Union film. And the more film you get on a team like that, you can't. The better off, obviously, you are. So they're going to get to see some Union film on their game. So they're going over to Dawson, and then Union's playing North Hall Friday night. Is Union at home, or are they traveling?
I think it's at North Hall, but I'd have to double check.
Okay, folks, that's it. Guys, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Go out there and find out what the hell's going on so we can tell the people, all right? Don't go back to bed, RJ. I know you're waiting. Hey, folks, Monday Morning Quarterback's been great. You guys have a nice day. We'll be back right after these messages.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff. Broken Bull, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing, is locally owned and operated. Our Simply Noel selection is the largest around. We have a great selection of unique clothing and several lines to choose from for men and women. We carry a beautiful variety of handmade jewelry from Blessed Be and others. All kinds of gifts, starting to carry shoes this fall as well. Come visit us on your next trip to Blue Ridge. We can't wait to meet you at Broken Bull, located in downtown Blue Ridge. Papa's Pizza to Go in downtown Blue Ridge is the best in the area all-you-can-eat buffet. Call ahead or order online now at papaspizzatogo.com. Use our convenient pickup window for the best in pizza, subs, wings, breadsticks, salads, and more. And be sure to check out our lively game room. We serve lunch and dinner, catering available, take out or dine in. Papa's Pizza to Go in Blue Ridge, proud sponsors of the Fannin County Rebels. Be sure to check out New Blue Home and Gift, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Find us on Twitter at New Blue Home. Everything beautiful for your home or a special gift can be found at New Blue Home and Gift. Call us today at 706-455-3873 or visit us at 531 East Main Street, Suite 103 in downtown Blue Ridge. Kinty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Fine sterling silver, luxurious baby alpaca, and exotic woods. A beautiful selection of exquisitely crafted gifts for all of your special occasions. Visit our website, artesiansilvergifts.com, or follow us on Twitter at artesiansilvergifts. Kinty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop in downtown Blue Ridge. The Tupelo Tea Mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Okay. Okay, we're back. Hold on just a second. We're back. Don't go anywhere. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm texting you, Richie. I'm sending you a picture, and I'm sending you a picture. Hold on, folks. I'll be right with you. Don't get upset so fast. All right. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. You can contact us. Good morning from the office. Chief at FetcherNews.com. 706-889-9700. What else we got? Where did I send that email? Here it is. Coming to you, Richie. I want you to let me know when you have this ready. All right? I want you to let me know as soon as you have this picture ready. Tell me. And then the video we played earlier, like 16 seconds, we're going to play that one again. And then we're going to play the one that's 4 minutes. We're not going to play all 4 minutes just till I say stop. You with me? So tell me when you got the picture ready. All right? No hurry. Then when you have that ready, let me know. Don't put it up yet. And then we're going to play the 16-second video and then the 4-minute one. Okay, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. I'm glad you were able to share in our time of setting the show up and preparing. But anything goes. That's half the name of the show. Anything goes here. And yes, for those of you that don't care, absolutely don't need to hear it, don't want to know, I do have a haircut scheduled for Wednesday because it's really getting on my nerves also. Our contact, if you want to get in touch with us, is chief at FetcherNews.com, 706-889-9700. Rose is on standby. Operators are on duty. You can find operators on duty to take your calls now. Order immediately while supplies last. I always wanted to say that, okay? Anyhow, 706, and what else do I have? Oh, follow us on Twitter, at Fetcher News, at FYN TV. Go sign up for our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is FYN TV Fetcher News. And yes, I'm wearing my Pickens Dragons shirt today in memory of Sean Mask and the Dragons family down there, the Pickens Dragons family, and their losses this past year. So, Blue Ridge City Council. Now, you got to have fun, all right? You got to have fun. Now, I got to have don't put the picture up yet, okay? So, I got to have a little fun. So, get your legal pads out. Get your attorneys ready. Damn it, I know you do. Every time we do a show, you get those attorneys on standby. Or I like get paid with. I wonder get paid. I wonder how many times Siphon watches this show. David Siphon, that'd be the city attorney of Blue Ridge, and takes notes. And then somehow it gets into the bill that citizens pay in Blue Ridge. It could happen. I'm not saying it could. I wonder how many attorneys watch the show in the morning, just looking for that one opening where I don't say alleged or possibly or could have happened. Anyhow, moving right along. Got to have fun. Blue Ridge City Council election, all right? Now, I get phone calls all weekend. All weekend. I get social media posts all weekend. I mean, yesterday, I love it. Don't stop. So don't take this wrong. But yesterday, I said to Lisa, like at 1 o'clock, I said, if I get one more post, phone call, text, oh my God, it's on Sunday. Which I loved it. Don't get upset. Keep sending them. So anyhow, I get this Saturday morning, I think it was, it went around, and it's hilarious. And that's why I posted, City Council could come down to a spelling bee. Let's play that 16 seconds, and then I'll explain. This is I want to buy a vowel. Play that for me, Richie.
You can't buy a vowel, Stu. I want to buy a vowel! Stu, you can't buy a vowel.
Okay, now show the picture. Come on, we got to have fun. All right, it's not very big, but it's counsel with a, how's that counsel spelled on the end? I can't see it from here, but it's, how exactly is that spelled? Can you see that?
Looks like COUNSEL, as if you're like a general counsel.
Yeah,
like
SEL. Okay. So this big sign, and it happens to be next to Angie Arps. Happens to be next to Angie Arps. So this is my joke. It's a joke. Damn it, it's just a joke. All right? So anyhow, you have 3 signs, okay? And you've got Angelina Powell on the left. Who's the middle sign? Can you not explode it up there, expand it, drag it in? Doyle. Okay. All right. So let's have our fun. So there's Angelina Powell on the left. She's the big sign. And she wants to be your next city council, CEL. So she wanted to buy a vowel. She just wanted to buy a vowel. She wanted to buy an I. All right? So that exploded Saturday morning. CEL exploded on social media. It was hilarious. It was a lot of fun. So she got all upset and, and everything. And I took all the screenshots and that. And then, other people started floating it around. And allegedly, it was blamed on the sign company, okay? Somehow, I think the screenshot I took, so I have a screenshot for those of you that like to put up posts and then take them down 2 hours later. I go in there and go, chick, chick, chick. I click all of them real quick, put them in a folder. So in case you need them later and you say you don't remember what you said, I can help you out. So anyhow, there was a lot of noise I don't have in front of me about, oh, well, the sign company made a mistake. I don't know the sign company because we're not going to throw them under the bus. BKP, will not throw the sign company under the bus. It just seems like it was just recently Rose was trying to buy a vowel. Okay, anyhow, don't give me that look. I knew you would wake up. Okay, so anyhow, you got Angelina on the left. You got the mayor, Brendan Doyle. Now, this is interesting. He was a priest in the Catholic Church, okay? I don't know, I'm just going, all right? And then you got Angie Arp on the right, or my right. Angelina, Doyle, and Angie Arp. Play that second clip from left to right. Let's see what that is. Play this clip here. Just let's have some fun. 2 girls and a guy. Where we at?
Come to Schizophrenic Jeopardy! Tonight's challengers from the locked ward at Atascadero State Hospital, Frida Bowen. From the basement of his mom's house, Stu Carruthers. And our returning champion from the Oak Tree Halfway House, Miranda Dellum. And now our host, Alex Tribeca.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. Ladies and gentlemen, hi and welcome to the show. Our categories tonight are Voices in My Head, Medication Time, Our Animal Friends, You're All Against Me, and The Apocalypse. Miranda, our returning champion, pick a category.
Oh, that would fit nicely into your little plan now, wouldn't it, Alex?
Yes, it would.
Okay. The Apocalypse for 100.
This causes it.
What is the cancellation of Friends?
Correct, go again.
Our Animal Friends for 200, Alex.
These rodents are chewing their way through your stomach lining.
Squirrels!
That must be put in the form of a...
What are squirrels?
Okay. Let's take this time out to meet our calmer contestants. Stu, how's your mother doing?
Oh, Mother's fine. Her and I worship together. I'm always there for her, washing her, lathering her withered flesh, keeping flies off of her.
And Miranda, our returning champion.
You're staring at me, Alex. But you can't get in. I have my force field up, see? Conjunction, junction, what's your function, Alex?
I'm the host, Miranda. Frida, are we ready to play?
Frida isn't here anymore, Alex. This is Julie.
Glad you could join us, Julie. Pick a category.
Voices in my head for 200.
When you line your watch cap with it, it keeps the spacemen from controlling your brain.
What is tinfoil?
Correct, go again.
Voices in my head for 300.
And it's an audio daily double. Miranda, how much do you wish to bet? How much do you wish to bet?
That's enough of schizophrenia Jeopardy. That's enough. That's enough. Schizophrenia Jeopardy. I'm sorry. Can I buy a vowel? Can I get an I? The sign maker has already replaced, obviously, that sign. And as you well know, most of you people out there, that you have to approve signs. But we're not going to take, we're just having some fun. It is not a council, C-E-L, and obviously, you know, candidate Angelina Powell knew that, and a mistake was made, and they corrected it, but, oh, God, it drove social media wild yesterday, so I had to have my 3 signs, Powell, Doyle, and Art, so I had to play Schizophrenia Jeopardy. All right, anyhow, Jane Whaley, The Apartment, Sycamore Crossing. Find me a picture of Sycamore Crossing. I know we have one in there. Find me a picture of the meeting last week, Jane Whaley. And just whenever you do, get it into my conversation at any time. Sorry to just now bring that up. Okay. Now, sources say, these are sources. So those of you with legal pads writing this down, okay, sources tell me that candidate for city council, so let's get everything out on the table, candidate for city council Angelina Powell lives on Lake Blue Ridge. Okay, let's get one at a time out of the way. She lives on Lake Blue Ridge, okay? So it's understandable she has a home there. Now, she does have a home downtown, but it's a small town. It's like everybody knows everything. So, I mean, what are we trying to hide, okay? So it's understandable the home downtown her daughter lives in. That's what's been told to me, that that's where her daughter lives. But my understanding is the Powells do own the home, okay? And they live in Lake Blue Ridge. So what is also told to me through sources, allegedly, Angelina has moved into this house for the appearance to live there. Okay. But I get phone calls. I know she's going to get upset. She's going to get mad, but I can't help it. She knows this. She knows it's true. I get phone calls and texts that she lives on Lake Blue Ridge. That's where she really lives, and that's where the daughter lives, and she doesn't live there. All right, no problem. And then she owns a fudge shop in town, and that's her business there. Okay. Now, moving right along, the other candidate, and Angelina Powell is running against the incumbent Rhonda Thomas, which does live right there in the center of town. Her and her husband, right there, every day. No questions. Her opponent, no questions where she lives. Angelina Powell, questions, but I'm not taking that to task. Now, there's David Stewart, okay? And he owns a body shop right there, right in town. Now, what I understand, and people say, it's not what you understand, it's the truth. But you got to understand, if you're over there and you're at home and you don't have 8 attorneys watching, waiting for one single word to try to shut me down, if you think that's a joke, you don't think Johnny's got Stookie watching everything I do? Maybe Angelina Powell's got Stookie. Maybe the cartel kingpin has Stookie watching. I don't know. Just saying. But I have to say things like it's possible. So my understanding is that the paint shop that David Stewart owns in town is zoned C2. That means in C2 you cannot have a residence in C2. I get phone call, text messages, I get everything all day long that he lives out on Asker Road. Now I got to tell this because, I mean, let me tell you why this is news. Okay, it's not, I don't care. I don't care where David Stewart lives this morning. I don't know him. I wouldn't know him if I bumped into him. I mean, I've not heard anything bad about the guy. We're talking about residency. Let's stay focused. So understand there's a cot in the back, and and he sleeps there. Okay. And again, I don't know why, but it's Zone C2. I understand that's not his residence. He lives out on Asker Road, and nobody, Barbie Gerald, did not. I understand she went out there, but nobody brought him in for a hearing about his residency. But Jane Whaley, Sycamore Crossing. Now, there's a couple things I want to bring to light here. That when Jane Whaley intended to move in, all right? When she intended to move in, okay, her apartment and finish it, I'm going to say back in April. I'm not going to get the dates all messed up. When she intended to finish it to move in, she would have been well within the timeline of the residence, being a resident, qualifications as a resident for the city of Blue Ridge. Okay, this is Sycamore Crossing. On the top is her apartment. Okay? So when she intended to move in, she would have met all the qualifications. Now, this has got a lot of opinion to it, mixed with truth, mixed with you figure it out. So there were several in the community. Who are the people in the neighborhood? You know, the people that you meet when you're walking down the street, the people that have property next to you. Who are the people in the neighborhood? So when some of the people in the neighborhood said, if she moves in now, she will qualify to run for office, and the rumor is out there that she may run. We need to stop every vote. We need to stop every possible candidate now in their tracks. Who are the people in your neighborhood? Maybe the people that you meet or the people that have property next door. So, all of a sudden, I think it's Mr. Farmer. Doing all this from memory, folks, memory. So, Mr. Farmer, the guy behind the property to the left, gets a visit. Speculation, right? Gets a visit. And he becomes aware that the backside of Miss Whaley's apartment and her porch may encroach into the setback areas. Now, Miss Whaley, and I understand her builder, I'm not going to take up for anybody, but let's get the truth out of what's really happening here. So Miss Whaley and her builder, these are called zero lot lines, meaning you can build right up, basically zero lot. You can go right to the next property line, basically called zero lot lines. Now, somebody's out there arguing it's a 1 foot setback. Maybe it's a 1 foot, but it's almost called like zero lot lines. But not in the back. In the back, there has to be a variance buffer with the back. But the Whaley's apartment stuck out a couple feet. We'll just do that. Let's get the main focus of what happened. It's one half, 1 dozen, whatever, all that kind of stuff of whether it was 2 foot, 1.5 foot, 6 inches, or 18, or 7 feet, whatever. So the back of the apartment went into the setback, but nobody said anything. My understanding, nobody said anything. There's no inspector said anything, no code enforcement officers. My understanding, nobody said anything until a certain person, we understand, helped Mr. Farmer, an elderly gentleman, brought it to his attention that the Whaleys were in the setback. Now, immediately, he writes a letter that is very suspicious. Those are my words, damn it. They're very suspicious letter objecting to the Whaleys. And a stop work order was issued. Folks, you've got to put a new city council in place. Not a new voice that somebody's hearing inside their damn head. Okay, I get tired of these damn signs. A new voice for city council. Hell, we don't just need a voice. I got the video. They're screeching and squealing now. That's all I need's another one, right? So anyhow, guess what? You got to have a new council, because not just the council. You got to go into the zoning board. You got to go into the appeals board. You got to see how this thing was stacked up. Oh my God, you look at who's stacked up. You got to go deeper than the council. You got to see who's on the zoning. I mean, Roy Parsons, let's call it, he's gone. I mean, he left once. My understanding, he didn't say it to me, couldn't take it anymore. Came back, they begged him to come back, he left again. Whoa. I'm not going through this. He didn't say that, but bada bing, bada boom, everybody knows Roy's not there. Very nice man, by the way. Roy's a very nice man. Okay, couldn't take it anymore. That's my opinion. So, there's the zoning, the appeals board. It's time to tell the damn truth. So they get a stop work order. Boom, you stop. See, they don't get a stop work order. Certain people, maybe your neighbors to the property, they don't get a stop work order on Jane Whaley. She's finished. She moves in. She's watching TV. She's watching Wheel of Fortune at 7. Right there in the apartment. And plenty of time to run for council. But no, the city pulls out a stop work order. Well, guess what? Then after Mr. Farmer, and they talked to Mr. Farmer and so forth, and nobody comes forward and really opposes her variance. She had to get a variance. She had to stop, get a variance, go through that. After nobody opposed her variance, then they put this very ridiculous condition of a retainer wall. Very ridiculous. This monstrosity of thousands of dollars, my understanding, of a retainer wall that had to be built. Again, to chew up time. Okay? Period. Tell the truth. How do I know? Because I know the day it happened. How do I know? I got a copy of the letter Mr. Farmer wrote. How do I know? Because I went up that day and I went around the back. I took pictures. I got pictures back there. How do I know? I attended the variance hearing. Okay? Now I'm telling you, I'm not endorsing. I don't care what you think. Oh, he's on there endorsing Jane Whaley. God, she's my friend, Dr. Whaley. Let's just come clean. Sycamore Crossing, I do a show there. Dr. William Whaley is asked to doc every Friday with their friends of mine. I mean, I'm going to just, boom, there you go. Big news, right? The Whaleys are friends of mine. What the hell? But it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. It's the truth. And I'm telling you, there's people like the Whaleys that you do not, for those of you that don't understand this, you do not want them to fold their tent, as they say, and go home. I mean, these people have put hundreds and hundreds of thousands, not just hundreds of thousands of dollars of investment, okay, donations, Dr. Whaley, the Georgia cancer specialist. I mean, it's enormous what they have brought to this community in a positive way, all to stop her from being a part of her community and serving you, the people. It was a game plan, okay? Now, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to come back, and we're not done with this. We're not done with this, okay? What the hell? What about the lies about Ada Street LLC that are being told? Flat out lies. Folks, it's not the council. It's not the new damn voice you want to hear in your head on my videos. Let me tell you something. I'm back there. I watched the council. I got the voices. I got all you want. You don't want to add anymore. A new voice. Trust me. You don't want to. Okay? Period. What you want to do is you want a council that will put in a true zoning board, that will put in a true appeals board, that actually know what the hell's going on, that will make sure that we rip the streets up, put water pipe, sewer, drain in to where we can handle expansion, not swing sets. I'm your host. Give me just a little break, Richie.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia, LJ, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
The 46th Annual Georgia Apple Festival Arts and Crafts Show, one of the South's premier festivals, is held in beautiful LJ, Georgia. Enjoy watching demonstrating artists and musicians, or try some tasty cooking from one of our delicious food vendors. With a parade, car show, and handmade arts and crafts from more than 300 vendors, there's plenty of fall fun for everyone. For more information, visit georgiaapplepfestival.org.
All right, let me wrap this up. I'm your host, BKP. Was there an effort? I feel there was. I feel there was an effort to make sure that a timeline for Jane Whaley to be able to run for city council, there was an obstruction of council candidate requirements. They obstructed them, is my opinion. They shut her down knowing she was going to run for council. That's my opinion. They shut her down knowing she was going to work hard to become a member of the city council. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. So it's not that I'm advocating Jane Whaley this morning, but I'm telling you, everybody that comes to your door and tells you, okay, that Jane Whaley is appealing Barbie Gerald, which had 2 days of training. Now, I like Miss Gerald, but Miss Gerald, you do need to understand that you're being complicit, is my opinion, in what David Siphon is doing, the city attorney, and some others, you know, maybe some of the contestants on Schizophrenia Jeopardy are doing, okay? You should not have done that. That's my opinion. All right, so she's appealing that. Because see, Jane won't lie. She won't lie. She's not going to tell you she lives there every day. She's not going to tell you she sleeps there. She's not going to run some clothes up in a closet of somebody else's house so she could say, yes, I was there. She's not going to go and do any of that. She's going to tell the truth about the day the city shut her down. all right? Where some people that are on a boards, you know, like zoning and appeals boards in the city of Blue Ridge, that were helped out maybe in what to do to shut her down. Maybe that happened. You know, let me tell you something. When it's gotten so bad that a beautiful natural barrier between two properties of shrubbery, of bushes that are very nice, that can be trimmed back easily, to where one property owner is telling the other property owner, which is Sycamore Crossing, dig your bushes up, the branches are on my property. Folks, that's what it's gotten down to. So don't you think for 1 minute there's not a concerted effort, all right? And let me tell you, I'm going to dig a little deeper. If somebody comes to your door and says, look what Ada Street LLC cost the citizens, it's a lie. You understand? It's a flat-out lie. You look at the zoning permits that have been approved. You look at the variances that have been approved. You look at the zoning that's been changed in that city in 4 years, and you can't come up with a clear reason why Ada Street LLC was not rezoned and they were able to build these beautiful units in downtown Blue Ridge. Okay, no reason can you come up with. And that's the bottom line, that's a fact. It boils down to the same group, you know who you are, that don't like certain people. The city has to stop being run by groups that don't like certain people. It has to stop. The city has to realize that the pipes going through here is going to pile up crap, all right, until you fix the pipes under the ground. You cannot keep building in that city without having drainage, water. How many times have the citizens had to boil their water in the last year? But no, we got a concerted effort to stop certain things. Don't believe the lies when these people come in your house and sit down, because they're flat out lies, folks. Call me, 706-889-9700, because I know the group that's going to attack me today. I know the group that hates me because I come here and tell you the truth. I know them. And I know they're going to get out today and they're going to hit everywhere and just how no good I am. Well, let me tell you something. Maybe I ain't no damn good. But sure as hell, I'm not going around listening to the new voices in my head. Now, I'm just telling you, I've been in the apartment. Let me close with this. I was in that apartment last year when they were trying to finish it. I was in the apartment when they did the stop work order. I've been in the apartment all year long, okay? I've watched the furniture go in. I've watched the clock go in, the TV go in. I've watched everything go in that could have gone in plenty of time if a stop work order wasn't put in place. And was that intentional? Wonder if it was. Because if you put a stop work order in place, maybe she legally can't run. I wish you'd go and find out where somebody lives on the lake, spend a little more time there, and if somebody lives in a paint shop zone C2, they should not live there. Yes, she's appealing, but you don't want the Whaleys to pack up their tent and leave, because they've done a lot of good in that community, and you know it out there. I'm your host, BKP. Now, we're going to come back. I want to take another break. I just want to wrap that up. I want to get some final words out. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about Trump. We're going to talk about Pence, the stunt that they're claiming. We're going to talk about DACA. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything that's going on. So stay with us as we close up our show. Richie, take us to another break.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff. Broken Bull, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing, is locally owned and operated. Our Simply Noel selection is the largest around. We have a great selection of unique clothing and several lines to choose from for men and women. We carry a beautiful variety of handmade jewelry from Blessed Be and others. All kinds of gifts, starting to carry shoes this fall as well. Come visit us on your next trip to Blue Ridge. We can't wait to meet you at Broken Bull, located in downtown Blue Ridge. Papa's Pizza to Go in downtown Blue Ridge is the best in the area all-you-can-eat buffet. Call ahead or order online now at papaspizzatogo.com. Use our convenient pickup window for the best in pizza, subs, wings, breadsticks, salads, and more. And be sure to check out our lively game room. We serve lunch and dinner, catering available, take out or dine in. Papa's Pizza to Go in Blue Ridge, proud sponsors of the Fannin County Rebels. Be sure to check out New Blue Home and Gift, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Find us on Twitter at New Blue Home. Everything beautiful for your home or a special gift can be found at New Blue Home and Gift. Call us today at 706-455-3873 or visit us at 531 East Main Street, Suite 103 in downtown Blue Ridge. Kinty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Fine sterling silver, luxurious baby alpaca and exotic woods. A beautiful selection of exquisitely crafted gifts for all of your special occasions. Visit our website, artesiansilvergifts.com, or follow us on Twitter at Artesian Silver Gifts. Kinty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop in downtown Blue Ridge. The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Okay, we got about 15 minutes, folks. I'm your host, VKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let's go through a couple things. Let's go through Twitter. They're calling what Mike Pence, Vice President Pence, did a stunt. They are now, the left is all concerned about what this cost you, the taxpayer, in Mike Pence and Karen going to the game and putting their jersey on, and Karen's wearing her Indianapolis Colts jersey and supporting the team, and then the next thing you know, they get up and leave. Karen, get your bags. We're out of here. That's what they're saying, a stunt. It took Secret Service. They had to secure the stadium. They had to do all of these things. It was quite a disruption just for Mike to get up and leave. The stunt. They're now concerned. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones said, stand for the anthem or sit for the game. The NFL's in trouble. Donald Trump tweeted out, the president said the trip by Vice President Pence was long planned. He is receiving great praise for leaving the game after the players showed disrespect for our country. I agree. I will not go into it. I have 15 minutes. There's a reason why There's a reason why I will never forget the night LT broke Joe Theismann's leg. I will never forget that night. I went, whoa, did you see that? That was because there was a time, we'll call it 80-something, 1980-something, to where I never missed Sunday night football. I never missed Sunday football all day long. There was a time where I never missed a Monday night game. Okay? Never. I never missed Sports Zone on all the highlights. Nothing. I mean, Boomer on Sunday night back in the 80s before CNN became such a liberal petri dish of lefty whack jobs. Okay, before that happened, and it seemed like everybody that got out of the NFL was supposed to get a job, but not ESPN, CNN, same thing, right? But ESPN, when Boomer back. All right, when he did that for an hour, I never missed in the 80s. You talking to him, not again. I knew how to watch 3 games at once. I was in the Northeast, man. I knew how to make that last channel thing work on the remote in triple speed, boy. They would go back to the huddle. I'd flip, boom, the other team run a play, boom, the other team run a play. I could watch 3 games. That was before split screens, anything. I mean, I had it down pat. I do not watch the NFL. I will not. Kaepernick got on his knee, okay? But long before Kaepernick got on his knee, they quit hitting each other. Long before Kaepernick got on his knee, they started patting everybody on the back. Okay, I'm telling you. I mean, sorry, folks. But anyhow, Pence gets up and walks out. Thank you. I'm okay with that. Now, all of a sudden, Michelle Obama gets the little kids, the doggy, and everybody, and gets a whole entourage, flies down the hell all the way over the other side of the world, stays in hotels, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. They rack up everything under the sun. There's Mike and Karen. Karen's wearing a jersey. Mike said, Karen, get your bags. We're out of here, right? So I'm telling you that now, all of a sudden, oh, my God. So let's go through some tweets. I got some things I want you to look up. You've got a busy day ahead of you. Our country has been unsuccessful dealing with North Korea for 25 years, giving billions of dollars and getting nothing. Policy didn't work. We have done right here the 24 years of failed. Now, North Korea goes all the way back to World War II and the Korean, Southeast Asian peninsula, the Korean peninsula there. We can go on to that. And then, anyhow. So, North Korea, South Korea, we went in there, a million Chinese died. We don't want to fight the Chinese again. There's a whole thing. You got to pay attention to it. Do a little bit of history. Do a little bit of research. But the 24 years of failed foreign policy, we did that right here on the show. Now, all of a sudden, the calm before the storm. Oh, my God, Trump is going to do something we can't get back from 33 miles away. There's 34 million people or whatever. I don't know. Millions could die. Trump has to do something, okay? The Republican Party is racking up a record amount of dollars, donations fueled by Trump supporters. Let's see. Nobody could have done what I've done for Puerto Rico with so little appreciation. Give me Brock. You got Brock? Where's Brock? Where's he at? You got his picture up? There he is. There's Brock Long, okay? I love what this guy said. This Brock, what channel is he on? Is that a Fox or is that NBC or ABC? Which one was he on?
That's ABC.
Yeah, right, ABC. Oh, yeah, that was Martha Raddatz. She was talking real soft because she talks soft when she's very concerned about guns and severe undiagnosed mental illness. Woo, wow. Let's see. Okay. Brock Long said, where's it at? I got it here somewhere. Okay, I got it here. I had it here a minute ago. Brock Long said, hey, you know what? We have discounted. We filtered. This is what he said. Martha Raddatz immediately had to go back to the mayor of San Juan, Puerto Rico, right? And you know what he says? You got to like this guy. He says, hey, we filtered out the mayor a long time ago. We filtered out this mayor we don't have time for this political stuff, all right? Puerto Rico is not the disaster that they tried to make it out to be. So we got that one. I'm going through here. Let's see what we have here. Jerry Jones, give the players an ultimatum: honor the flag or take the bench. Okay, Weinstein, all right, this guy was, you show me the goods and maybe you get an Oscar. SNL, nobody came out against this guy. There's no attack. Everybody's whispering about it. But now today, the left seems to have a new light on this. And people are returning, get Brock Long off there if you don't mind. People are returning their campaign donations, but they're returning them to the leftist organizations like the DNC. They're returning the campaign donations, these politicians, to like women's rights and women's health care places, like Planned Parenthood. So, it's really working out, okay, for the left. But the controversy, Mika has ended a book deal with the publisher, Weinstein's publisher. She's ended the book deal, which, God almighty, it just gets picked up somewhere else. Don't believe all the crap. But here's the thing. Weinstein's outrage, they're spinning it into the media didn't take Weinstein to task, just like the Republicans are not taking Trump to task. It's equal. It's equal. Why the left, Hollywood, did not come out in outrage over this low-life piece of garbage, okay, all these years, is equal to why Republicans now need to come out against Trump. It's the same. All right, that's what you get. Let me see what else I got here. Let's see. Vice President Trump, Pence leaves Colts 49ers game after people kneel. Let me see what else I have. Oh, man, I'm closing tabs that I shouldn't be closing. Donald Trump plans to undo Obamacare birth control requirements. You got that picture? Is that ready? The one out of that article? Yeah. That makes me want to sing. One of these things are not like the other. One of these things just don't belong. One of these things is not like the other. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, Donald Trump plans to undo Obamacare's birth control requirement. The administration has drafted a rule that would overturn one of the most controversial parts of the Affordable Care Act. Last month, surrounded by a throng of beaming pastors and nuns and rabbis in the White House Rose Garden, Donald Trump signed an executive order promoting free speech and religious liberty. Many religious leaders complained it did not such. Donald Trump will, piece by piece, all right, just bringing this up to remind you, he will keep the Affordable Care Act up there spotlighted. This is an example of the executive orders that may be coming out. It's not over. Wanted to just show that one just to keep the highlights going. Now, Donald Trump unveils new strict 70-point immigration enforcement plan. Calls for comprehensive rewrite of laws to stiffen border and interior, cut chain migration. Folks, chain migration is we will no longer allow these unaccompanied children. What the Obama administration did is they flooded our country, flooded in the 8 years, especially towards the end. They absolutely flooded this country with unaccompanied minors, children. Remember that? It's like the news reports were just, 10 months ago? Flooded this country. Why? Because if you can get, little Jose here, okay, and little Mariel and Jose, then when they get in here and they say, I need my papa, then you can get mom and dad. Chain migration, okay? Then you could get grandma and grandpa. Well, yeah, your grandma and grandpa don't want to leave without aunt and uncle, and they got grandkids. And, and then we got an uncle that lives over. So if I'm legal, we got to make him legal. Chain migration, folks. That is what the DACA is all about in the end, is chain migration. And that is what Senator David Perdue, and I forget Tom Cotton in was it the RAISE Act, and cutting the number of green cards and workers permits. But anyhow, going on that chain migration, Nancy, Chuck, determined Determined to finally solve immigration, the White House submitted 70-point enforcement plan to Congress Sunday, proposing the stiffer reforms even offered by an administration, including a massive rewrite of the law, which ordered to eliminate loopholes illegal immigrants have to exploit to gain a foothold in the USA. I'm trying to move too fast. I only got a couple minutes. Okay. The plan seen at the Washington Times include President Trump's call for the border wall, more deportation agents, a crackdown on sanctuary cities, a stricter limits to chain migration, all issues the White House says need to be part of the bill Congress passes to legalize illegal immigrants, dreamers, currently protected by the Obama-era deportation amnesty known as DACA. So that night when the reporters were outside the window in the West Wing and they were getting Chuck, Chuck got that long nose, pointy long nose. They were getting a profile shot. It was hard to see anybody else with Chuck in the room. That wasn't nice, was it? But then again, and they were getting the picture of Chuck and Nancy grinning like a possum, and that's because she's had 9 facelifts and she's stretched out in the Botox. I mean, she can't break that smile. I'm sorry, that wasn't nice. But then again, you got Nancy and Chuck, and they come out and they made a deal, and they're grinning, and Trump says, I just got you. I just sent you out there to make fools of yourself. Bye. I can work with Chuck. Chuck said, I can work with Donald. He sees it all. I can work with him. No border wall. No, Donald said no wall. I don't know. White House said last night, chain migration, boom, gone. Border wall, deportation agents. See, here's what happened. 1986, folks. Ronald Reagan, this is the reason why, always stay with this. This is the reason why you cannot make a single deal on immigration reform without border security, period. And everything about border security first. It has to be first. Anything a lawmaker tells you that we will do this, then we will fund the wall, then we will fund border security, then we will do this. No. N-O. Because in 1986, I love Ronald Reagan, my hero, my president, right here, made an amnesty deal with then the Boston, Massachusetts representative, Speaker of the House, Tip O'Neill, and we were supposed to have amnesty / border security, and we didn't get the border security. So that's why Republicans, and the great work that I've always enjoyed by Congressman Doug Collins, let's fix the leak before we grab the mop. Let's quit trying to mop this mess up until we tear the wall, build the wall, fix the leak, and then we'll mop up the mess. So that is what's going on in that. And then last but not least, I want to send you somewhere for 3 minutes. Now, first of all, the left media is enjoying Bob Corker's comments. Corker is a low-life, just a flat-out low-life, no good. Well, there's no words. Okay? Crony capitalism on steroids did inside information by the Hutton Company and or Wells Fargo allow Bob Corker to make a killing on speculative taxpayer-backed investments. We report, you would decide. Wells Fargo Employee of the Month, Bob Corker. Okay? Corker, remember Hillary Clinton's cattle future investments with the miraculous turn of $1,000 into $100,000? That's just a little bit. Corker turned Hillary's measly $1,000 into millions of dollars, okay? Corker has some property deals that got a sweetheart deal back when everything else was collapsing. The minute a bank like Wells Fargo comes into the finance, a big commercial real estate deal, the investments of the early speculators almost instantly moved from a gamble to a valuable asset. Of course, many of the investors put their money months, if not years ahead of time, sweating out the gamble. But not Bob Corker. Oh no, he is a very important person with a lot of important duties, like overseeing GSE reforms that could put hundreds of millions of dollars into the pockets of Wells Fargo. More on this later. Bob Corker doesn't have the time to wait like mere mortals for his investment to pay off. On July 17, 2014, McGowan filed the forms revealing that Wells Fargo was main and likely only major financer of the project, but the key date to remember here is June 17th, but the date of July 11th, for this is the day Corker dropped between $1 million and $5 million on the McGowan project. So in just 6 days before Wells Fargo turned the McGowan investment from speculation into spectacular, Bob Corker jumped in with a multi-million-dollar bet. Did he know in advance, 6 days, of what was about to happen on the financing, as well as Wells Fargo's bailed out Corker's alleged $28 million debt from the sale of the property? This goes on and on. Folks, it's 10 o'clock. I want you to go to Rocky Top Politics. RockyTopPolitics.com. Remember that. Rocky Top. Read Corker. Bob Corker. This man that is making fun of Donald Trump, there's a reason he will not run. This is the establishment. This is the swamp being drained. The water's going down, and Corker is being revealed and exposed for the scum in the pond that he is. Okay? So while the left is out there giving him a hero's status on having the nerve to come out against Donald Trump, the truth is he can't steal from you any longer, and he knows this is coming to an end and the swamp is being drained. Go to RockyTopPolitics.com. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Take us out of here.